This week, we remembered Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., America and the world. And that's a very necessary thing for humanity to do. This segment is called King Me. He is an icon. And he preached nonviolence because he felt that love is stronger than hate. Now, whether it's the day off or his work, America loves King now. We have forgotten how the man was treated while here. Has history been rewritten to fit a narrative? In 1963, Dr. King was accused of spreading lies and fake news. He was labeled a conspiracy theorist and terrorist. He was voted as the most hated in America, along with Muhammad Ali. Did you know that? Now, all of this because the man saw and experienced racism firsthand and wanted to liberate oppressed people. Now, the U.S. government was found guilty in the conspiracy to assassinate Dr. King. His mother and brother were both killed by the feds. That's a whole fact. They love him now. But they didn't care for him while he was here. And I have a problem with that. And I've struggled with that this year, this week, today. See, we love giving flowers when the person isn't here to smell them. And America has a trend of rewriting history, trying to rewrite and redo its faults, but without actually doing the work, just saying we did the work. Dr. King is a hero, a man of honor. He's cut from a fabric that many aren't cut from. I want to thank you for your life, your commitment to helping your people, oppressed people, to your family, your love, dedication to the fight and doing the work. You are missed. You are respected. And that's the point of this tonight, is to put some respect, put some damn respect on your name. Real respect. Thank you, Dr. King. The Norway 23 elderly patients who had received the Pfizer vaccine have died. Now, this is in Norway. Doctors and health officials are looking into the possibility that adverse reactions may be the cause of the fatalities in what they're calling frail patients. How rude is that? The vaccine's side effects are usually mild, including fever and nausea, which could be dangerous in the very ill and elderly. We know this. Now, following the deaths, the Norwegian Institute of Public Health updated its COVID-19 guide with a more detailed plan on vaccination. The new guidance says doctors should evaluate each individual patient to determine whether the benefits of vaccines and vaccinations outweigh the risk of any potential side effects. Shouldn't we be doing that anyway? Now, as of last Thursday, 42,000 people in Norway have received their first dose of the vaccine. And we know that the elderly and those in nursing homes with underlying health conditions are first in line because they face a higher risk of becoming seriously ill from the virus. Now, NOMA, the Norwegian Medicines Agency, NOMA, N-O-M-A, NOMA, released a statement. Would you like to hear it? Well, here it goes. Therefore, it is expected that deaths close to the time of the vaccination may occur. Now, in Norway, an average of 400 people die each week in nursing homes and long-term care facilities. That was their statement. How grand. Now, Dr. Fauci on Monday, he weighs in, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and said that the deaths have to be put into context of the population that they occurred in, i.e., a nursing home with frail, extremely frail individuals. Here's what he says. It is conceivable that when you have a very frail individual, such as many who are in nursing homes, that even the amount of stress to them could put them over the top. Now, there are many health organizations around the world that are analyzing these deaths as well as others. The reports indicate that the numbers of deaths are not notably higher than what was expected. Now, I have a question. Here is the question. If that's the case, why stress to give the vaccine to those highest at risk if you expect them to die? Is it about money? Because we have people in nursing homes, they pay to be there. Their family pays. And to put it bluntly, keep it real, if they die, the nursing home and those facilities get no more money. Is that what this is about? Respectfully? Human life is human life. And we have a span. We have a one life to live, as the show was, right? The soap opera, One Life to Live. Well, it's true. And there's a birth and a death. Now, I'm not saying we should usher in that and hasten that time with COVID-19 or anything else extraneous. We're not in control, and we're not to take control of that process, especially not Dr. Fauci or the WHO, World Health Organization. But that's the question. What is this really about? Because it can't be about preserving life and health. Because all this time, all they have given us is wear a mask. Stay away from people. That's it. And if you violate that, we'll come get you and make you comply and give you a fine. I'm sure that there's a reward for your neighbors or your coworkers dropping dime on you when you have more than 10 people or whatever the guideline is for a gathering. But see, this is happening in Norway. What makes you think it's not happening in your country, especially in America? There needs to be transparency, and there is none. It's time for it. It's time to demand it. Don't accept any shorts when it comes to the health of the planet, humanity. There's a lot of games being played. How's it going down? That was a song by DMX. A lot of games. But who's the winner? Source here is businessinsider.com. Parler tricks. Now, Parler, social media app that a lot of these insurgents that you saw last week on the Capitol, yeah, they're a part of that. And it's a way for them to connect with their racist ways and hate speech. But Parler CEO John Matze, Matze, and his family had to flee their home after receiving death threats. Now, this is according to new court documents. Now, supporters of Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, for one more night, flocked to this platform. This is because he was barred from Twitter as a result of storming the Capitol, right? Now, Parler was recently removed from Apple's and Google's app stores. And Amazon Web Services stopped hosting the platform after it deemed Parler a risk to public safety. Now, Parler took Amazon to court, and they're disputing claims made by Amazon that it had repeatedly warned Parler that violent content on its site and the company's lax approach to removing it were grounds for Amazon to suspend Parler's AWS contract. Now, in case you're wondering, an AWS is Amazon Web Account. So basically, it's cloud hosting service. But they're in court now. And it does look like Parler will be back, though. It was down. The site was down. And the other day, the CEO posted some cryptic message, saying, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Well, I do see why Amazon backed off from them. But it's not because Amazon, to my belief, doesn't agree with Parler's tricks. Anytime in society now, we have the cancel culture. So if you have a whiff of trouble, people and corporations back away from you and terminate any ties with you. Whether it's innocent or guilty, you're guilty until you're guilty. Because very rarely do they come back and say, oh, we were just premature about it. No, that's the policy. Cut you off. Now, I do believe that what's available on Parler's app is dangerous. However, to control that, because if you can censor that, you can censor everything else. This one just happens to be the soup du jour. It's trendy to support Black lives and, distance negative, supremacy talk publicly. But this is about economics, because privately, a lot of these same people have the same views. I mean, what do you think? Do you think Amazon was in the right to suspend Parler's contract with them? We saw what happened. Now, those people, these invited guests, right, at the Capitol, have a right to assemble. They have a right to talk, commune, even online. They even have a right to hate. Because especially in America, it's not illegal to be racist or discriminatory towards black people. You just can't talk about Jews and LGBTQ community, right? I mean, let's keep it real. But to control that and censor that on Parler is dangerous. I don't agree with their messages. But if they're suspending stuff because of public opinion, well, what happens when this trend of not being down with the supremacists goes away publicly, right? Because we all know privately, it's a lot of people. It's people that you know. It's some of your friends that are racist, and you know it. In private. It's time to be out, though. No more for that private racism. You either are or you're not. But right now, Parler's out. And speaking of out and not, NewYorkTimes.com is the source. Not pockets. Let's talk about it. Nestle Prepared Foods. That's who owns and operates Hot Pockets. Said that the Hot Pockets, the product Hot Pockets, might be contaminated with what they are calling extraneous materials. Translation: glass and hard plastic. Now, more than 760,000 pounds of Hot Pockets have been recalled. The recall was issued after Nestle received 4 separate consumer complaints about the pepperoni Hot Pockets. The company said in a news release that contaminated products could pose a choking or laceration risk and should not be consumed. There's one consumer reported a minor oral injury associated with consumption of this product, meaning they ate it. But there has been no other reports of injury or illness. Oh boy. Now, here's what you need to know about this. Are they safe? How do I know if I've purchased them? We all have had a Hot Pocket one time or another, right? Check your freezer. It's okay if you want to stop here, pause here, take me with you. Check your freezer. Now, here are the guidelines for this. Hot Pockets that were packed in 54-ounce cartons containing 12 Hot Pockets with an expiration date of February 2022. Those be the ones. The label reads Nestle Hot Pockets brand sandwiches. Premium pepperoni made with pork, chicken, and beef pizza, garlic, buttery crust. Those are the ones you want to get out. Not pockets. Extraneous materials. It's glass and plastic. You can't downplay this. These are people's lives. You could kill them because of your product. That's all you got? Extraneous material? Until somebody dies, and then you had to pay the $5. You had to pay that fine. And then it's, we need to revisit our business practices. No, the Nestle company and Hot Pockets, I need y'all to hold this. What? Not pockets. Now switching for a moment. Train for thought. Source here is the Robb Report. Now picture this. A luxury train trip that comes complete with all you can drink tequila. Sounds good, right? Especially now with this travel issues and virus issues. Sounds good. But sounds a little far-fetched, right? But it's not. It's now a reality. The Jose Cuervo Express, is nicknamed the Tequila Train, has been traveling through Mexico for the past 8 years. It has recently started offering tequila to riders. Now, this is an 11-hour journey through the countryside. Now, guests have access to 2 plush lounge areas and an open bar fully stocked with Reserva de la Familia, Maestro Dobel, and 1800. The new favorite, huh? Now, the trip offers a stop at Latin America's oldest distillery, Jose Cuervo's La Reunión. It's Rojena with a little tilde over the end. I hope that's how you say it. I'm sure it's not, because my R doesn't roll like that. But nonetheless, you can even walk through the agave fields if conditions permit it. Now, this entire experience is priced at about $166 per person and can be taken at sunrise or sunset. Any takers? Anybody interested in that? It sounds good to me. I mean, we could use a trip. Right now, we can only have mental trips safely. But it's very interesting. Very nice. Now, I know this has been a different kind of show. We cannot continue on with business as usual with life right now. I've learned that from this pandemic, the lockdowns, all of the measures. We just can't continue to do things the same way or even expect them to go back to what they were before. In order to progress and prosper and even come out of this, we have to change our thinking, change our ways of doing things, patterns. I thank you for your time and your attention. I'm Jay Daniel. This is Moonbeam Radio. I'll catch you next time. Take care.